This year, I want to do things right. This year, I want to get my life back on track, and for me, that starts with all the right habits. Everyday little things that make a big difference. That make all the difference. Let's get one thing straight. I'm not all that crazy about New Year's resolutions. However, I am all for reflection, setting yourself goals, and aiming to be the best you can possibly be. But let's just say that when winter comes around, the chaos of Christmas is approaching, and I'm on my period and therefore also haven't slept in a couple of weeks, sticking to my year-long resolutions or my year-long goals, it does become a little more difficult. This little potion right here is supposed to make me feel energized and able to concentrate on my work without the coffee jitters. I also don't think it's going to taste bad because it's got some agave syrup in. It's not going to be your standard green powder or your green juice. This is the first time I'm trying it, so... Anyway, good morning warriors, and welcome to the vlog. I'm super busy with this self-harm and suicide course that I'm doing at the moment. It's taken a lot of my time, as is making videos, coaching, etc. So I had part of the day off yesterday and we went to a little vegan fair, had some loaded chips, it was freezing, so we ate in the car, got back, I did a bit of work. But today, once I leave to Manchester, I'm having a few days off, fully off, and I'm actually really excited for that. I think it's habits that we need to build, even if we don't always have that motivation, even if sometimes they're really hard to stick to, even if they make us uncomfortable. Change will always make us uncomfortable. Nevertheless, I think it's crucial to have these little non-negotiables to fall back on, now and in the new year. Here's to New Year's resolutions and getting back on track when everything seems to have spiraled out of control. My life is pretty much on track. I've just got a lot of stressors and I'm trying to balance them, and I'm making that a priority before I burn out or before I get off track. Anyway, I'm going to be off the face of the earth for a bit of time, and that's not because I'm doing poorly. It's because I'm on track and because I know how important it is to spend time with my friends, my family, the people I care about, whilst I'm still in the UK for, well, not very long anymore. So yes, New Year's is about productivity, and it is about optimizing my life and my business, and it's about all of that usual New Year's crap. But it's definitely also about making time for friends, being my own best friend, and cherishing my relationships and my time. Truth be told, I haven't always been my own best friend, and in 2023 I want that to change. I want to take time for journaling, and reflection and gratefulness, and for breakfast before diving straight into work. I want to stop criticizing and start celebrating, spending my time, my energy and my mind space on all the things that actually matter to me. Welcome to a week in my life. A week in my life establishing the habits that should ideally make me the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, most satisfied version of myself. Whatever that may mean. Drinking matcha shots, experimenting on myself in a way that is, well, quite frankly, too easy to justify really when it comes down to all these amazing companies with incredible ethics that I'll never tire of collaborating with. But also neglecting my sleep and my exercise. And my food from time to time, because nothing needs to be perfect and nothing needs to be black and white. Standing up for myself and engaging in the behaviours that serve me, but also not freaking out when this isn't my reality 24/7. The kind of world wisdom you don't exactly see on an inspirational poster. We have been in near standing still traffic for at least half an hour. Half an hour going at 5 miles an hour. Even though it's just a tiny little day trip or 2-day trip to Manchester, I think it's important to take this time for myself and to challenge maybe any pre-existing beliefs I have about, you know, how and when I am allowed to treat myself. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And I really hope that this traffic's going to start moving ahead soon. Made it. Yesterday was a lot of fun, but with the very loud music, I barely have a voice anymore. And after another sort of bad night, and obviously a few drinks, I feel like my head's worse than yesterday, so let's see how I get on with getting a bit of work done today. My friends are out to work, and we're going to be doing some fun things, going to a restaurant tonight, and it's going to be good. What I got from that: don't forget to shake your plant-based milks, because that latte was pretty filthy. Second off, even if you don't really fancy breakfast, it does make you feel better. Even if you have to wait just a little bit, have that breakfast. Don't skip that breakfast. It's almost 12 o'clock, I'm still in bed. I'm working, but still in bed, which is not ideal. It's sunny outside. I really should get out, and I really should have something else to eat, because even though I said, oh, breakfast is important, and I had some breakfast last night, well, I showed you most of what I ate in a day, but at that party I had a bit of pizza, I had, I don't even remember, but I had a flapjack, and that's pretty much it, which really isn't enough. I had probably a bit too much alcohol to go with the amount of food that I did have. I feel like my stomach is finally sort of settling, and I need a good hearty lunch. So I'm just gonna pop across the street for some foodie bits for lunch, for a bit of fresh air, because it's so important. And then after that, I'll probably just get back to work. Also, I'm not quite sure if I'm coming down with a cold or something like that, so I'm gonna take it slow today. I probably won't be recording anymore. I'll see you when I next see you. Also, stuff like these flapjacks, literally sugar and margarine, as well as the breakfast cereals I had today, that's stuff that used to scare the hell out of me, and obviously pizza and bread and, well, everything else I eat now on the regular. Getting my life back on track, becoming a healthy, happy version of me, doesn't mean restricting these foods or cutting them out. Not at all. It means eating these foods without guilt, without shame, without any of that eating disorder crap. That is actually the most unhealthy thing you can do. I am approaching my period, hence why I look and sound like death. So, in 2023, I want to explore my low mood, particularly in wintertime. And I want to explore my poor sleep and emotional instability, particularly around the time of my period. And I really want to feel those shitty emotions, live through them, not run away from them. I want to realize well and truly that they're there for a reason, but also that they will pass. Feelings do come and go, and you don't need to act on them. I don't want to wallow by any means. I do want to do the things that make me happy, but I don't want to get caught up in the pursuit of happiness above all else. I no longer want to ignore or distract myself from my inner life. I know I can feel my feelings, but that they do not define me. And in 2023, I want to step away from the unhealthy towards the healthy. For me, that means working out if and when I want to. It means eating my greens and my flapjacks. It means regular sufficient meals and shaking my plant-based milks. Reminder to self, you don't need to be productive 24/7. But it's nevertheless good to have a drive, to have passion, to have things you work towards, things you want to achieve, a purpose. For example, in 2023, I want to continue on with the course I'm currently enrolled in, and I want to continue growing as a coach, a YouTuber, and as a person. It all starts with a little like and a subscribe, so if you haven't yet, what's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm in your magical mystery ride. Yeah, I'm so different. Know what the idea. That was so much fun. I'm driving back now, hopefully 2.5 hours this time round, but just in case, I've got this one to sip on. I'm finding that's the best way to have it. And I've got this one to sip on. Thank you, Dharmesh, for introducing me to this. This is actually bomb. And I've got this one to munch on. So I'm all set if this is going to take longer than it should. And it's almost Christmas. At the end of the day, what I want is to focus on abundance. I want to settle, but I also want to discover. To cut down on the negative habits and maybe on the drinks, but also to cut the slack and allow myself time to just enjoy myself. I want to return to the gym, I think, but also rest. I want to be happy. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be a foolproof road to happiness. But trial and error works too. In fact, I think that's part of the fun and part of the process and part of the learning journey. The new year doesn't need to be about reaching new health, fitness, and life goals. It can be about embracing and accepting where you are right now. Equally, if there's goals you want to reach, don't let this stop you, but go about it in a sustainable manner and know that where you are right now, there's nothing wrong with that either. You are allowed to be grateful for where you are now, for where you've come from, for where you're headed. You deserve this. It's not all about the end result. You are allowed to be happy, proud, excited, motivated, celebrated now, today. So, what about you? What are your New Year's resolutions to make 2023 the best year it can possibly